DarkWolfDad_Gaming subscribe to your channel for 20 months.
For the moment you've all been waiting for.
Hello. How is everybody on this wonderful Saturday morning? I'm gonna do some farming today. Fair warning, if I disappear, they are predicting storms here within the next hour or two. So I may just magically disappear. I looked at the radar, it doesn't seem to be hitting us, but it's coming this direction, sort of, so it is what it is. We'll figure it out. We'll either survive or we won't. Maybe I'll blow away. What do we got? Dark Wolf.
It really
Tom. Alright, let's start at the top here. We got Dark Wolf coming in with the resub for 20 months. Thank you very much, Dark Wolf. Welcome in, buddy. Tom coming in, saying hello, and immediately dropping a hydrate, because that's what Tom does. So let's get that out of the way. Thank you, Tom. We've got Antonius the Third. Who the hell is that? Some old guy that just graduated. Welcome in, buddy. And Tom coming in with resub, because he's been subscribed for 4 months. I feel like you've been subscribed longer than that. Did something
The Real Red Beard
Something get
666
reset?
subscribed to your channel for 4 months.
doesn't sound right unless the rest was on the other account. Yeah, I think you were subbed on your other account. So that does make sense. But thank you very much, Tom. Thank you very much for that. Guys, that kicked off a hype train right at the beginning here. I don't know what that means. It'll do hype things and then it'll stop. It made a cool choo-choo noise, so let's get excited about that. Sounds sus. Probably. I feel old now and I'm just getting tired. You literally probably just woke up. I know you. Only gets worse, right? Yeah, I didn't wake up till about 10 o'clock. How you feeling today? I'm okay now. It was a little rough waking up this morning, but I feel fine now, so. Anyways, let's kill this. Let's go to, what is that? Something dinged in my ear. Tom's on a 15 stream watch streak. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. So back on the farm, I have played this a little bit offline. Oh, we have to actually click on the farm to do farm things. So this field came up. I had this field. This is the first field we had. It came up, barley. We harvested it. We fed the chickens. We grabbed the straw. Did some cow things with that, etc., etc. I agree. I also struggled to wake up this morning. I bet. I slept in until 8 today. You slept in until 8. That's horrible, Dark Wolf. That's not sleeping in. Went to bed at 4 a.m. and woke up at 7. Yeah, I saw that, Dan. All because of the new Fortnite season. Yeah, I might play that later. We'll see. What else did I do? Bought a new baler. I bought this cool flatbed truck for hauling pallets and bales and such. Let's fly over to here, so we can see what else we've done. It is sleeping in when I get up at 5:30 normally. I mean, I get up at 5 a.m. for work, but normally on weekends I sleep till at least 8 or 9. I try to anyway. This grass field's ready to be mowed. I'm gonna have to do that. We got a thing to make hay. I did put down a little bale storage over here, and we got this thing over here making the cow feed. The cows are all nice and fed. We got a straw blower. They got straw in there. They're all good to go. Hopefully they'll start pooping soon so we can use that. So that's pretty much what I accomplished. It took me like 30 hours. And it doesn't really look like it took me 30 hours. But hey, it is what it is. So As far as where we're at now, I got to get this field cultivated and replanted. Then we got to get into the grass field, get that done. Tried to play at some point last night. It wouldn't open because the server was down or something. Yeah, they were saying it was down till like 1 in the morning. Like I was watching people in the Discord wanting to get in and bitching because they couldn't. And then, yeah, Dan was up till 4 in the morning because he actually stayed up and played, which is dumb, but you know, teach their own, I guess. All right, let's get this moving. Little cultivator action. Get it ready to go. They were down for new season, came up about 1:30 Central. It's not raining. At least not yet, I don't think. It's still pretty nice outside. Thank you for that, though. Hey, it still works. The song request? Yeah. I had to play with it a little bit today because it was offline, but it does still work. What else did I miss? Even weekend, my body usually wakes me up anywhere between 6 and 7. That's horrible. I feel bad getting up at like 8 o'clock on the weekends. I'm like, I should be able to sleep in, but yeah, I get it. You get used to I will tell you, after not last week, but the week before, being on vacation the entire week and being able to sleep like a normal human for the entire week, going back to work last week and getting up at 5 a.m. all days was a fucking struggle. It sucked. It was a very, not to mention there was a ton of shit to do, so it was a very rough week, very long week. Hype train has ended. We reached level 1 with 0%. That basically means we kicked it off and then we did nothing. Thanks. It's fine. When's that meeting you're having? Tuesday. Tuesday. Stupid move to have it down on a Friday night for that long. I mean, have you ever known Epic Games to do anything smart? Ever? In the history of, you know, Fortnite, Rocket League, Fall Guys, all the things that Epic Games does, they're pretty dumb with that shit. You'd think after all these years they could come up with a better way to start a new season and update a new map other than taking the servers down for like 6 hours at a time. Like, that's... I feel like there's a better way. There's got to be a better way. Why do they feel the need to take the servers down for hours and hours at a time? Never been able to figure that out. That's the only game I know that does that. There's 440,000 playing Zero Build when it came back up. Jesus Christ. That's just amazing, because you think that game is like, what, 10, 15 years old? Like, to still be able to pull that much of a player base... I don't mean to sit here and talk up Fortnite like it's the greatest game in the world, because you guys know how much I love it, which is really not much at all, but they definitely pull the people, that's for sure. Does COD go down for 6 hours? I don't play it release, but I don't think so. I haven't played COD since, I want to say it was maybe the late 90s, early 2000s. I don't know. When did PlayStation 4 come out? My entire COD playing history is 2000. Okay. So sometime around 2000, 2001, I bought a PlayStation 4. It came free with whatever Call of Duty version was popular at that time. I popped it in. I played it for about 2 hours. I ran around and died about 78 times and said, what the fuck is happening? At least 78 times and probably more. And I decided, fuck this. I took it out. I put it in the case. I went to GameStop and I sold it for $3. And that's all the COD I've ever played in my lifetime. Miss Medal of Honor Frontline when you started out in D-Day? Yeah, I never played that. I'm not big on shooters, guys, as I'm sure you know. Like, I play Fortnite a little bit because my friends play it. Jenny likes to force me to play it. And sometimes late on a Saturday night, I'll jump in with the crew and play just for something to do, but sounds like a good plan, right? That's as much COD as I've ever played. Hey, bitch, high intense. He comes in and says the same thing every time. Only when they break shit. That makes sense. So they don't do it on purpose like Fortnite does, so we'll give one checkmark to COD for that one, I guess, but that doesn't mean it's a good game. I have not yet decided what to plant on this field. Because I've got another field full of barley, which will be more than enough to feed the chickens. I also threw some in storage just to keep them good. So I may go with something else. I do own the flour mill somehow. Thing about this map, like there was... I'll show you on the map. When you first started... Let's go to the farmland map. So you could buy like the in-between areas and it actually didn't even cost that much. It was like a couple dollars or something like that, which I thought was really cool. Like I don't own any of these fields, but I own all of the land in between. And that basically gave me all these greenhouses. It gave me a few factories, gave me all the animal stuff. So it gave us a nice starting point. Like I said, I do own the flour mill. It's up here somewhere. Right there. There's not a whole lot in it at the moment, but I may plant some wheat to get that running. That's got to be Jenny. Hi, Jenny! And you hear a hello and a Pedro immediately after, and now there'll be cats and squirrels and everything else all at once. Because that's what Jenny does. She comes in and presses all the buttons. Yep, there's a hot dog. That's a different one, but yeah. Corn for sure. I'm a pro farmer. I know things. I could do corn. I don't really have much use for corn other than just selling it directly, but I could. Problem with that is I do not own a corn. Actually, no, I don't own a corn planter or a corn header for my combine. Those are completely different pieces of equipment that I probably can't afford yet, so should probably not do that. Fucker on board at work. Have like 40 minutes left. You'll be fine. Also, how are you bored at McDonald's during lunchtime? There's so many things happening.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
Exactly. I don't know if you're talking to me or somebody else, but I will agree either way. It was a good game before everyone could run, slide, jump, and they have ridiculous clown skins and put in B-list celebrities. You talking about Fortnite? Or something else? I lost track of the conversation because Jenny started playing all kind of noises and it confused me. I will say Fortnite is very, very, very good at making money from dumb people like Chris that have to have all the cutesy little skins and songs and add-ons and whatever that they can charge V-Bucks for every 3 days. Call of Duty? Oh. I didn't know they put B-list celebrities in Call of Duty. I never knew that was a thing. I know they do that shit in Fortnite. Like, everybody has their own skin now. So bored, I'm brewing hot water to clean the damn coffee brewers for the second time today. Well, that's good. It probably needs done. You got to keep those clean, you know. Don't forget to clean the ice cream machine. Otherwise, it'll break. Why is my money going down? Shit. shit. I forgot. I might have to reset the game because I turned that off. So I installed this mod. Let me find it. Where is it? It's, you probably can't even see it from this screen. Mods, no, you can't. It was something about, like, I thought it looked really cool in the description. It was like neighbors or something like that. So you could actually see like other farmers doing things in the fields, like bring life to your farm, which I thought was really cool when I looked at it. And then I found out that the way that it works is it actually hires AI helpers to do things in fields that you don't even own. Like, see, yeah, look, what's this guy doing? He's fertilizing this field that has nothing to do with me, and it's costing me money. Cancel. Go away. Because I went in and I turned it off in the settings. I might have to reset the game. Activity on other fields. Let's take this down to 0. Okay. Off, 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 off. Yeah, I'm just going to delete that mod because holy hell. I don't need it costing me money to do shit on fields that I don't even own. That's stupid. How does one brew hot water? You put it in the brewer and you heat it up. What are you talking about? How does one brew hot water? Still got 40 minutes, so you might be able to get a third time in there. This is true. Depends on how long it takes you to brew the hot water. Not really brewing, that's just heating water. But you run it through a brewer. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but yeah. Basically just run your coffee pot with no coffee in it. Probably could have bought a bigger cultivator, but I liked this one. And at some point I need to buy a bigger tractor. The one that I really wanted, this tractor wouldn't have even began to pull. They do wrestlers Nicki Minaj or however it's spelled. Wrestlers like... Wait, Nicki Minaj is not a wrestler. She's a rapper, ain't she? Rhea Ripley, actors like Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen? Why would you put Seth Rogen in a shooting game? That doesn't make any sense. I don't even know who those people are. I know of Nicki Minaj. I'm pretty sure she's a rapper. I probably couldn't name one song by her, but I know Seth Rogen. He makes a lot of good movies. Too many conflicting thoughts. It's okay. I sussed it out. It's an option under special on my coffee brew stations. You have to set an entire option to do that. I guess the fancy ones do have like self-cleaning cycles. Most of us just run water through it without coffee and consider it clean. And to be fair, I don't even do that often. I probably should, but I don't. All the coffee I drink, I don't clean my coffee pot hardly at all. It's just heating water. It's actually not actually brewing anything. Okay. We can clearly see that at 2:27 p.m. Intense is already in one of his moods where he wants to argue with people over dumb shit that means nothing. It's going to be a good day. Yep, probably mute the stream night because of it. Yeah. Go talk to the people that made the thing. Just sounds weird. Never heard anyone call heating up water brewing. You're also not a coffee person, so you don't understand. Now, I was laughing. I talked to Dark Wolf about this. I was perusing either, I don't remember if it was TikTok or YouTube or whatever. And a clip came up from the last convoy that we did, which I don't even remember if I was even still there at that point. I left that one early. But it was a clip. It was one of Dark Wolf's clips of when he ran off the road, flipped his truck, and ended up in the corn, whatever. And it's his own reel. It's him saying, "Hey guys, I landed in the corn," or whatever he said. And all you can hear throughout the entire clip is Intense and Mav having a stupid fucking argument about like goosenecks or fifth wheels or whatever. Like, they didn't even hear Dark Wolf talking at all. They were paying zero attention to the game. They were just going on and on and on about goosenecks for like an hour. So irritating. Fuck that convoy. Yes. That was one of those nights where I was just like, nope, I'm out of here. I don't want to listen to this. It went on for hours. You don't have to come either, but I'm too supportive for that. Yeah, we'll be there. You know, we got to keep the watch time and the watch streaks up, but that doesn't mean we have to actually listen to you talk. Sometimes it's just not worth it, you know? Can I get bitched at if I mute to have those convos? True. But it was a lot that night. It went on for hours and hours and hours. And to be fair, you wouldn't have been able to mute Discord to have that conversation because you were having it with Mav. And because of the convo, you all started driving like shit. Let's be fair, they always drive like shit. What's this? I tried. You cannot time out moderator Intense to. That's right. I did say I was gonna give Dan lead moderator today, didn't I? They were proving my point for me. I don't think anybody was proving anything. Nobody was actually listening. You said you were going to give it to me, but yes, please time me out. Let's be fair, all right? I have no recollection of anything I said last night. I could have swore I said I was going to give it to Dan because of something you did, but I think it was actually the opposite. 99% of us didn't give a fuck. No, I completely stopped listening. The other folks telling me I was wrong clearly did. I thought I'd heard every Korn song that existed, but I've literally never heard this song before. 1%. Yeah, you were arguing with Mav and like one or two people in chat, but it was very, very, very heated and animated. So let's see. No, grain mill. So I can do I've got barley going. I've got... So I could do either wheat, sorghum, or oats. But the oats I can't feed to the chickens. I don't know about the sorghum, so I might just do wheat this time. Feed it into the flour mill, and then maybe save some for the chickens, depending on how much I got left and timing. I do eventually want to either delete the chicken coops that I do have, or just go somewhere else and build a much, much bigger one. Because the ones that came with the map hold 30 chickens each, and it doesn't really do much. They're just kind of there. You get like 3 eggs a month. Didn't you already do that one? Dancing kitties. By the way, I'm up front at the store, which means my phone echoes. Does that mean everybody in the store can hear me right now? Swear to God that everybody in this house is deaf and I'm the one that's hard of hearing. I think the solution to both of those problems is just to yell louder. Teenagers just tried to drop it to the floor like the cat. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's funny that UP Big Boy 4014 stream engine took out another drone this morning, makes 9 total. What the hell are you talking about? UP Big Boy 4014 stream engine. What? What are you talking about? What is that? It's a big steam train. Oh, okay. I've kind of, sort of, barely, not really seen something about a giant steam train going somewhere and doing something. Like the biggest locomotive in the world or something like that. I didn't really pay that much attention. I don't care. I can hear their TV across the house with the door closed. You have to have it at supersonic volumes at all times. That's the only way it works right. The best part, like, I've got teenagers. The best part is when they've got the TV going at supersonic volume and they're not even paying attention to it. They're on their phone on TikTok, which is also at supersonic volume. So then you get the both noises at the same time. Oh yeah, that's my favorite. That's great. I love that. Like, how do you focus with all those noises going on? Oh, I don't know. Saw a 4-minute video in a Discord, watched like 15 seconds of it. Of the train? Yeah, I don't care. I saw something about it, doom scrolling Facebook or TikTok, and I just scrolled past it. Like, that's cool. I don't care. Bye. Hey, ad break started. Wait a minute, what? Am I in ads right now or not? Because my little thingy says it starts in 8 minutes. So very confused. Sometimes I have 3 to 6 streams playing a movie and a game all with sound. I don't know how I deal with it other than maybe it drowns out everything else in my head. I am the exact opposite of that. Like what the hell's the name of it? I get sensory overload issues real easy. I don't like a lot of loud noises unless it's like one thing that I can focus on. Like if I'm out at like a bar or a restaurant and it's crowded and there's a lot of people talking all at once, it kind of gives me a little bit of anxiety. I can watch multiple streams at one time, but I generally only have the volume up on one of them, maybe 2, depending on how much is going on. I can't focus on that many things at a time when it comes to sound. I can't handle it. I do too usually, but every now and then I somehow don't mute things. Yeah, I mean, I've been there. I've done it. Like right now, my brain is focused on the music. That's why I play music when I play these games, because it just kind of helps me not spiral into other directions. I can, but that's mostly a trauma response from a kid. That makes sense. I get it. Probably also my problem too. We've all got our own traumas. We all deal with them in different ways. One reason why I only have one earbud or headphone on. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't like the headphones that are like completely noise canceling, that you can't hear what's going on around you. Especially like when I'm at work, I only wear one earbud because I want to be able to hear what's going on around me. Whether it be the other people that I'm working with, if there's ever anybody there, or, I mean, we got to listen to sometimes the sounds of the machines to know if it's fucking up too. And like there was a girl that used to work there. She wore these big ass noise canceling headphones, and while she was running the machine, and I couldn't ever figure out how she did that. Like I walked by her one day and she'd been running the machine completely empty for like 30 seconds and didn't realize it. Like, you can't hear that? Like, it makes a very loud noise when it's empty. Well, no, I didn't even realize until the bags started coming up the line and there was no weight to them. I'm like, yeah, it's empty. You can hear it. And I can tell who's walking by the sound of their footsteps guy. Yeah, I get that. I used to be like that. I will say, for those of you that have never experienced it, like, this is the first time in my life that I've ever lived completely alone. And I thought it would be boring, lonely, etc., etc., etc. I gotta tell you, I love it. I don't think I could ever go back to actually living with people. Like, my kids are here half the week, but I very, very, very much enjoy the alone time, the peace and quiet, the ability to do whatever the hell I want. I thought it would be terrible. I really did, but I enjoy it. I'm probably entirely too used to it. I'm probably broken to any sort of society at this point. That's okay. I'm going to enjoy it. Ones I'm wearing right now, I change between pass-through, normal, and hell blocker settings. Depends on how loud my head is. Didn't realize you could change those. Wait a minute. Are we up or down here? Turn on lower. Yeah, sometimes it's tough to tell what's going on. It is on. We are planting. Okay. Before I moved in with Sarah, lived at my mom's and pretty much left each other alone, so it took a long time to adjust. I mean, yeah. I've always been with somebody, either my family, and then when I first moved out of my family's house, I was with a couple of friends, and then moved the girlfriend at the time, who later became my wife, in, and been with her for the last, 17 years, and there's always been people around, kids, etc. This is the first time I've ever been completely alone, and like I said, I thought I would hate it. It's wonderful. You can't on these, the heavies over here. I've looked at those. Are those, like, those are really, really expensive, but also really, really hyped up. Are they worth the price? I gotta ask. I've heard a lot of people say they are like the best headphones in the world. I love them. I keep getting advertisements for them because I made the mistake of clicking on the website one time and the algorithm said, "Oh, you want to buy these?" And it sent me 78 more advertisements because, you know, God forbid you click on things. Come and go as I please, get fucked up without getting bitched the next day. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, when I moved here, I pretty well quit drinking, except for last night, but, you know. Yeah, I'm not real sure what's happening. Twitch ad manager is showing that it's going to blow another ad. I wonder if I fucked something up in the settings. It looks like it's doing 30-second ads instead of 3-minute ads like it's supposed to. Let me see. Ads manager. How many minutes? Yeah, let's... That's probably not going to change it for this stream, which is going to piss me off. Somehow the settings got fucked up. Son of a bitch. I don't know if that'll change on this stream. It might just keep running ads every 10 minutes, which is highly, highly annoying. Oh, it did update it. Now we won't get another one for an hour. Good. That's what I wanted to do. Kind of looks like this thing's giving me perfect fertilization, so I won't have to come back and do it again. Let's go into precision farming. Yeah, the pH is a little low, but not. That thing's broken. I'm gonna have to turn that off. The whole point of a walk-on is that's supposed to play as soon as Intense says something. Well, he said something probably 45 minutes ago, and it just decided to randomly now play, even though he's not even saying anything now. I don't even think he's here anymore. Clearly, it doesn't work as intended. Although it is kind of comical that it just kind of plays randomly. You at least expect it. I'm gonna have to go fill this thing up. It's sucking up a lot of fertilizer. So I need fuel in my tractor. Should I just go fill it up now? I don't think I'll be able to get one more pass up and down. Steam just told me that Intense just booted up Satisfactory, so we're not going to hear from him until at least 9 or 10 o'clock tonight. He's gone. Do I have any... I have seeds in here. Let's get rid of this pallet. I have all these partial pallets. Why can't I get in the tractor? Oh. Hi, Booger. What's up, Denver? How are you? Where's that other small pallet at? I hate getting partial pallets all mixed in here. Wait, I have a walk-on? Yeah, remember that happened before. It's supposed to, like, I don't know if I screwed up something in the settings or if it's just broken, but it's supposed to play that song the first time you say something, but instead it just randomly plays it like an hour later or the next day, apparently. When he'll yell my hole and jump into out of work. Yeah. Yep. About 10 minutes after the stream's supposed to start, somebody will say something in Discord and he'll go, oh, fuck, because he's been playing Satisfactory for 7 hours. I forget I have a walk-on PC, though. It's when I flipped to PC. Oh, is that when you turned it on the PC, it worked? Okay, that makes sense, but also kind of defeats the purpose of it. Hi, Tensy Poo. Hi, Tensy Poo. Oh, my God, I just feel dirty saying that. Why did you put that? Why'd you make me say that, Denver? You know when you put things in the chat, I read them, but that just made me feel dirty. You're welcome? Yeah. Hi, Sky.
Hello, motherfucker.
How are you guys feeling today after Dan kept you up till 4 in the fucking morning? Forgot my motherfucker? Yeah, you're supposed to, well, you came in and dropped a sub right at the beginning, so you're all off order. It's fucking insane. I can't believe you guys stayed up that late just to play Fortnite. Like, it'll be there tomorrow. It's not going anywhere. "4 a.m. we were just casually playing Fortnite like nothing." Yeah, I was watching you guys waiting for the servers to open up, and I, for a brief moment, entertained the thought of maybe jumping in with you, and then I realized it was like 1 in the morning, and I'm like, nope, we're not doing that, because that's how we turn a bad night into a worse night. Usually the alerts don't pop up that fast. I kind of hate how, like, if you come in at the very beginning of the stream, it pops up and it's like got this little timer on it. And I think you can pin it to do it later, but like everybody just clicks it. So it's always during the intro screen that everybody's popping off their streaks and resubs and everything. And it's like, okay, can we not? Can we wait? And turned around and got up at 8 a.m. To be fair, they were over an hour late for the servers. Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, have you ever known Epic to do anything properly? Ever? In the entire time you've been playing games on Epic? Just curious. I think you playing Fortnite drunk would not end well. Oh, that's the best time to play Fortnite. That's the best time to play Fortnite. I think the first time I ever played Fortnite, I only downloaded it because I was drunk. And let's be fair, I wasn't good. I was fucking terrible. But I'm not good to begin with. So it really wasn't that far off from normal. And I had a lot of fun doing it. Yeah, that's the best time to play Fortnite. You got to remember, I don't really care that much about that game. I'm not that competitive at it. It's sometimes fun to just go in there and not give a shit. Samuel Bourgon. I think I said that right. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. How are you on this fine Saturday afternoon? It's a good point. I wasn't expecting them to be that late. Yeah. You always got to expect that shit with Epic. I've not played a lot of Fortnite, but I've seen it with Rocket League too, where the updates just seem to take forever. Pre-roll ads are on, run an ad break to disable them. Are you no, I'm not doing that. Do I have to do that? Really? Why has Twitch got my ads all screwed up? I keep waiting for the day that they add the button to just completely turn them off. That's all I want in life. Just a button to completely turn the ads off and not have to think and scheme and strategize. Well, would it be best if I ran them here or best if I ran them there? Or how long do I run them for? And I don't want them. I don't get paid for them, at least nothing substantial anyway. So who cares? Can I just turn them off? Doing good. How are you? I am well. I am well today. Woke up a little weird today because, well, poor decisions were made last night, but I'm feeling all right now. Only way I probably downloaded it if I was drunk, and I don't drink, so I don't think it'll be a non-issue. We're going to get you in there one of these nights, Dark Wolf. Stupid Twitch. That won't happen because then Twitch will make less money. I gotta be honest though, how much money are they making from ads on small streamers? Like I've got 15 viewers according to their analytics, which are probably wrong. At least 10 of you are carrying subs at the moment. So there's 5 people maybe watching crap ads that they're gonna possibly run on my channel, and like, what's the point? You know what I mean? The guys that are pulling a couple thousand viewers, sure, run all the ads you want on theirs. But for small streamers, it doesn't make sense. You're not gaining anything from that. No, because it's how they make their money. I guess. If I was an advertiser, I would not pay a service to run advertisements on someone who's only got 5 people who's actually going to see them. That's not good bang for your buck, you know? Twitch wants people to sub so they make 50% off of it or to push turbo. Well, this is true. Yeah. Like, as much as I hate the ad culture on Twitch, I will say one thing that they do better than YouTube is when you sub, you completely turn all ads off. Like, YouTube, if you're, a member or whatever the hell it's called over there, you still see ads, which I think is weird. But also YouTube has skippable ads and the ability to completely turn them off of a live stream. Hi Dan, only YouTube Premium has no ads at all. Right, yeah. Like if you subscribe to a streamer over there, you're still going to get ads regardless if that streamer runs ads. I only watch a couple streamers on YouTube, and most of those have all ads turned off on their live streams, which is great. But like I said, great that YouTube gives them the ability to do that. I wish Twitch would give us the ability to do that. I don't know what YouTube ads are. I've been paying for YouTube Red, YouTube Premium for a long time. I don't watch enough YouTube. Like, I can see where that would be worth it to people who watch a lot of YouTube. I don't watch enough YouTube to really get annoyed by their ads, because the ones that I do see, like I said, they're skippable. You watch them for 5-10 seconds, you click the little button. The only time it really annoys me is like sometime I'll be sitting here playing a game and I'll have like a YouTube VOD or video or whatever playing on this monitor over here. And the ads will pop up every 5-10 minutes. Yes, they're skippable, but oh my God, I gotta stop what I'm doing, alt tab out of the game, go over here, hit the skip button, then go back into the game. Like, that's annoying. I don't do that often to justify paying for it. I would pay for Twitch Turbo before I'd pay for YouTube Premium, because I use Twitch a hell of a lot more. I was always against YouTube Premium until I got YouTube Premium. Now I don't think I can live without it. Yeah. Well, it's the same with like the TV streaming services. Like we were sold on the fact that, okay, you pay a monthly subscription for these things and they'll never have ads. And man, how quickly they got away from that model. Almost all of them, even though you pay for it, you still get ads. Well, now you can pay for a higher tier membership that will get rid of most ads. And even then, like sporting events, it doesn't matter what tier you're paying for, they're going to run ads. They pushed so many NFL games and whatnot onto these streaming platforms and off of regular basic cable, and they do run ads. I hate that with the streaming services. Yeah. What is it? Amazon Prime started putting ads on theirs, and I looked into it one day, and their ad-free version is like an extra $3 a month. I'm like, oh, I'll pay that. That's not bad. Some of them are horrendous. Like Netflix's is like $10, $15 more, I think. Watch a lot of the free movies on YouTube Premium. That makes sense. Like I said, if you use it, it's worth it. I just don't use it that much. I haven't done it yet with Amazon, but I've considered it. I mean, let's be fair. You're already paying for Prime. An extra couple bucks a month isn't that big of a deal. I actually watch a lot of Amazon Prime. Like, I noticed... I didn't even realize, I didn't notice until a few days ago, a new season of Clarkson's Farm just came out. So I've been watching that. I fucking love that show. Love that show. The only good thing about the ads is that I can use the time to take a tinkle break. Yeah, that does help. But also, I mean, with streaming services, you can pause it, so... That's not the benefit that it used to be. Yes, me too. I fucking love that show. Like, I'm not big into, as you guys know, I'm not big into, like, cars and vehicles and racing and that whole culture. So I've never really watched anything Jeremy Clarkson did in the past until this show. But man, he is fucking hilarious. Got me thinking I probably should go back and watch some of his other stuff, even if I would be completely bored with all the car stuff. You should have seen him on Top Gear. Hey, that's what I said. Like, he's extremely hilarious, but I was never into the car racing stuff, so I never watched it. I may have to go back and check it out at this point. I honestly never even heard the name Jeremy Clarkson until this show came out. Officially summer is 92. Yeah, we're looking at some of that later this week. It's only 79 here now. That's because we got some storms rolling in, but... Although I think at this point... Where the hell's my phone? I think the storms that we were supposed to get probably passed by this point. Let me look. Let's take a look at the old radar here. Oh god, no. There's a big old cloud headed this way. But it looks like it's going to go south of us, so maybe. We'll see. Either way, as I warned at the beginning of the stream, a lot of you probably weren't here then. If I suddenly disappear, it's because either my power went out or I blew away. One of the two. Because we are expecting storms. So just be aware of that. Usually I only get power outages when I'm supposed to play ATS, not normally during Farm Sim, so... Took a shower and now hiding in the basement where it's cool. Yeah, I saw you boot up Satisfactory. I'm honestly surprised you're even still here. I figured we wouldn't hear from you for about 6 hours. YouTube. Wait, what? I think $15.99 a month. Still feel that's worth it to me just because of the hours I watch YouTube or listen to YouTube music. Yeah, I mean, if you use it, it's definitely worth it. It's all about what's important to you, you know? We have some pop-up thunderstorms today. 92 here in Nashville and humid as fuck. Fuck that. Like I said, I was looking. We're supposed to get high 80s, low 90s later on in the week, which is going to make work really fun. But as I've said a million times before, I'm not going to say that I won't complain about the heat because I'm sure in a weak moment I will, but I'm going to do my damnedest to try not to because I fucking hate the cold. I'm going to be happy that it's summertime. And I'm going to try not to bitch about the heat. I will take it over that frigid, cold shit any day of the week. I know some of you feel the exact opposite, and that's fine. That's your prerogative. That's your opinion. It's not mine. I'm the opposite, right? Yep. I do the family one so Sky can use it, so it's not too bad. Still cheaper than 2 separate plans. Yeah, I have that for Spotify. Like, the kids were really wanting Spotify Premium, so I just got the family plan one day and made it their Christmas present, and here we are. Woke up, I was wet out and muggy, so I rolled back over till I had to go mow. Zeus wants to go for a run. Yeah, you should definitely take Zeus for a run. Maybe tomorrow. Kind of doubt it. Rather deal with the cold than the heat. Don't bother me until I have to weld. Yeah, I bet you that sucks. Nothing you want to do more when it's 90 degrees outside than stick a 3,000 degree torch in your hand. I bet you that's fun. Easier to warm up than it is to cool down. See, I get that theory. I completely understand that theory, and I get it. But I hate wearing clothes. Like, the most annoying part of winter to me is anytime I want to leave the house, I got to put pants on, I got to put socks and shoes on, I got to put a hoodie on, I got to put a coat on, I got to put a hat on, maybe gloves, maybe a scarf, etc., etc. And you walk out and you're all bundled up like this, and you got to scrape the fucking shit off your car, you got to wait for it to warm up. It's just... Summertime, I can literally just, like, grab some flip-flops that are sitting by the door, go outside, and I'm good. It's so much effort. So much effort. I hate it. You always put more clothes on, it gets illegal to take layers off eventually. Yeah, I don't really care. Take off as many layers as I want. If you got a problem with it, don't look. I live my life in shorts and a t-shirt. I only wear more than that if I'm freezing and have to. Like, even during the wintertime, I keep my house. I know a lot of people, they bitch about the gas bill, etc., etc., etc. Put on some clothes. Blah, blah. I will keep my house warm and dress comfortably. I do not want to wear a hoodie in the house. That's not comfortable to me. Me and Sky walk around our house naked? Well, that's a visual I needed. Thank you. You're right there. Heavy cotton, fire resist uniform, leather sleeves, leather apron, weld cap. It gets to... yeah, fuck that. That's too much stuff. I will sometimes wear a hat. Everything you just described there is way too much stuff. This is why I'm not a welder. Did I miss a spot there? Oh god, I ran out of fertilizer. Again. Holy shit, I just filled the damn thing. So how far did I... Looks like it just ran out. Okay, that's good. Team No Kids. I'd do the same if no kids were here. Makes sense. When the hobbits are away, the clothes go away. Okay, can we all stop talking about walking around naked, because I'm going to have some really bad nightmares thinking about this. You're going a little too far with it. I'm team no clothes, but you're going a little too far with it. This is not the visuals that I need today. I'm going to need something to bleach my brain before I go to sleep tonight. I water plants off Retina's undies. I believe that. 100% believe that. Knowing Sky, 100% believe that. Better than... Jesus Christ, Darkwolf. I don't think I can say all that out loud. I could probably say one or two of those things, but I think if I said all four of those things at once, I'd probably get banned. There's a limit. You can get away with a lot of things on Twitch, but I think there's a limit. Jesus. Damn right I do, right? acceptable? You don't want to think about... no, Tom. No, we don't. I'm glad you're all having fun with this. Good thing this is Jesus Christ. To new viewers coming into the stream, we are talking about Tom's pasty white hairy ass and dick taint balls and whatever else burning, and yeah, that's a great way to lose potential new viewers in about 5 seconds. Or if you get the freaky ones coming in, it may be like, hey, what's this stream? You know, they may enjoy that. Welcome, new viewers, right? To all the new people just coming in the stream, this is a public service announcement. Sky is on the front porch in his underwear. Back to your regularly scheduled program. There isn't any new viewers. This is just it. Yeah, I mean, every so often we get some random people pop in here for 5 minutes or so, and then they eventually leave because, well, let's just be honest. I don't know why any of you stay. Probably a bit much for most people. My poor voice is hanging on by a fucking thread right now. Oh no. You lose a voice, how you can scream at prepubescent teenagers on Fortnite. And random innocent bystanders on the road. You might have to turn me way the fuck up in Discord tonight. Real problem right now. Like, isn't that like at least 40% of your job in the truck to just yell at people out the window? If you can't do that, what use are you? Exactly. 200%. Here we go. That might be a bit too much. Nobody wants her to be that loud. It's just blob of shit right now. I mean, I wouldn't say that. I'm sure there's other useful things you do, but yeah. All right. This field is done and ready to go. Wheat is growing. It's perfectly fertilized. We won't have to come back to that. I probably will have to buy a weeder and come hit that next month, but I'm not worried about that at the moment. We're going to park this and we're going to head over to the grass field, mow the grass. I made hay with it last time, so I think this bit we're going to throw into bunker and turn into silage so we can keep our cowsies fed. There's that dumb dog. So you can get left along the road so this guy can get a new model? Jesus Christ. Probably accurate, but you're not supposed to say that. Look at the doggy sleeping in the grass. Hi, doggy. Come here, doggy. Oh, yep, roll around in the high grass. I should probably mow this. Need to buy like a little lawn tractor. What am I going to need over there? I better take this trailer with me. The mower's already there. Worst thing is when you have a hot weld spark go into your ear, hear the sounds of burning hair and boiling wax. That sounds horrible. Guy might get some peace and quiet, and when he grabs 10 coffee creamers, he won't have to hear it. This is true. The benefits are starting to stack up here, Sky. Just saying. I do not condone dropping Denver off on the side of the road, but I'm just saying the benefits are starting to stack up a little bit. Dan's making some very good points. He was like, you might not want to talk right now so you can save your voice for Fortnite. Priorities. Gotta have priorities in life. Fortnite's definitely a priority. It's not fun but rare. Yeah, that sounds horrible. Usually wear earplugs. Sure, but who's gonna feed me? I mean, there's drive-thrus. You can take the semi through drive-thrus, right? There's truck stops. There's roadkill. There's beef jerky. There are options, you know? I wouldn't suggest the roadkill option, but it does exist. If you're desperate. Just the next time you run into a deer or a raccoon or something on the road, instead of swerving or slowing down to miss it, just aim right for it and bam, dinner. And it's free. Guy will put this fucking truck into a ditch before he hits an animal. He's a big old softy. But it's free food. Let me park this here. We'll use that to pick it all up. Go get the Batwing. Probably makes some things difficult though. Poor softy. Wait, what? Oh god. Which button makes the tractor go backwards, guys? $2,000 hours in farm sim, and I don't know the difference between forward and reverse on the tractor. Maybe I should have stayed in bed. There's a state, I don't remember which one, that allows you to take the meat from a deer if you hit it. I mean, that should be pretty well legal anywhere. What else would you do with it? Leave it to rot on the side of the road so the crows can come feast on it? Like, you've already killed it, you might as well make it useful. Most states are like that, I thought. I know it for sure was true in Wisconsin. Yeah, I thought that was true anywhere, because, like I said, what else are you going to do with it? If you killed it, you can claim it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, driving down the road and finding something that's already been hit and laying there rotting for 2 or 3 days is a little more sketchy, but the fresh ones? Absolutely. Pick it up. Oh, I forgot this thing's a pain in the ass to back up. Let's just go around in circle instead. I don't know if Texas is like that. I'll have to look it up, but it makes sense instead of the animal going to waste. I would almost guarantee Texas allows that. Just knowing the general culture of how things operate in Texas, it's actually probably legal to go purposely hunting with a pickup truck and try to hit them. Why wouldn't it be? Depends on the animal too, I think. This is true, yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's just a common sense law. Like, if you want it, take it. Why leave it there to rot? You need tags or some shit to have animals or whatever? To hunt them, yeah. Makes sense. I doubt anyone wants to eat a raccoon. Hey, don't knock it until you've tried it. Probably actually really good if cooked right. Anything can be delicious if it's cooked right. Yeah. I've spent some time around people that are well versed in the art of culinary arts, and they will cook literally anything. Things that you would never think of to cook, and it's like a delicacy, you know? Rattlesnake's really good. I have heard that. That's actually fairly common in states with rattlesnakes. I've eaten a few raccoons, but then I let her go back to sleep and all better. Probably shouldn't have typed that. Honestly, your life would be a lot better off if you just didn't say anything to anyone ever. I'm not going to say that you've never said anything normal or non-offensive or non-annoying that people really, really didn't want to hear, but the ratio is quite low. It wouldn't be as fun. This is true. For you, anyway. I always say shit I shouldn't. Oh, trust me, I'm very good at that myself. I have no room to judge, but filter's broken. Mm-hmm. Yep, I did. Did I lower that or no? Yeah, I did. Okay. I did retail management for about 25 years of my life, which forced me to have at least somewhat of a filter around people. And it was horrible, and I didn't like it, but I could, you know, 85, 90% of the time pull it off. Then I left that career and worked in a kitchen at a dive bar. Pretty well anything goes there, so the filter is now completely broken. The thoughts just come out. There's nothing in between. What should I do for foods? Knock McDonald's even if it is fucking free? I mean, I wasn't going to suggest McDonald's. That sounds like a terrible idea. But you're on your own and you don't have to worry about Mav, so... Isn't ribs usually the answer when he's not around? Hi, Jade. Hi, Denver. Hi. I went years without swearing on stream. Not sure how I pulled that off anymore. I remember I tried it like my first 2 or 3 streams, and then I'm like, wait, why am I doing this? This is not who I am. Like, I'm not going to get on stream and be a fake version of who I am. That's just... If you can't handle the swearing and the heavy metal music, then apparently this ain't the stream for you, because I'm not going to sit here and try to pretend to watch what I say. Streams are long. I'm usually here for at least 2 or 3 hours. That's a long time to try to control what the hell you're saying. Me and Sky are getting barbecue in about 130-ish miles. Ooh. It's one thing I do miss about living down south. Like, you hit a certain point driving north to south where suddenly 50% of the restaurants are barbecue joints and they're all delicious. True, I can always pull a wreck out in thought when I get home. There you go. See? Goddamn right. I'm going to agree with whatever you're saying, goddamn right too, but let's be honest. I think you're agreeing to something I said 45 seconds ago, and I have no memory of that. My memory doesn't go back that far. So yes, we shall agree with whatever the thing is that we're agreeing with. One thing I want to look at when I'm down here. Chickens are in good shape. The sheep are in really good shape. The cows need food. Do I have cow food made? I put this little thingy. I've got like 8,000. It's running, but slowly. Did you ever finish those contracts? Yeah, I did. Netted me about 250 grand. And then I did one more after those ones that I had set up that night. I did that Monday night after work. Like, I was going to stream it, but let's be fair, by the time I got home Monday night, I was in no condition to get on here and actually talk to people, so I just kind of sat here and played Farm Sim in silence by myself. Literally like this, just watching the tractors go around, half asleep. It was bad. But yeah, that netted me about, I want to say 250 grand, enabled me to buy this mower. I bought a little milk tanker. Just a tiny, actually, I think I bought that one on the last stream, so you've seen that, my little tiny milk tanker. Bought that flatbed truck, a couple other things. Pretty well set for basic equipment that I should need. Like I was talking earlier, if I want to do corn or anything, I'll need to get the planter for that and another header for the combine. But other than that, I'm pretty well set, so it's just making money to like upgrade stuff. I do need a bigger combine, I need a bigger tractor, maybe get some new fields. I'm not real sure what the priority is at the moment. Like, I've got everything that I wanted, basics-wise, you know? Lincoln Park, yes. Some more cowsies. Cowsies aren't really a priority because the barn that I've got's pretty big, and they have been breeding, so I've got plenty of those, and there's plenty of room for more. Like, I don't tend to buy animals. I will buy a couple and put them in the pen and let them fuck. That's what you're supposed to do, right? If anything, like I said, with the animals, like, I really want to, I'm not sure. Let's look at this here now. I may delete these 3 because these only hold 30 chickens apiece, which doesn't really do anything. So I may delete these 3 and put a bigger one over here. Or I may just leave them alone and look to put a bigger one somewhere else, or maybe put 2 bigger ones down. I don't really know. I haven't decided yet. At this point, I don't have the money to buy a bigger one, so I'm not real worried about it. But these 3 chicken coops do nothing. Absolutely nothing. Like, this little pallet of eggs has been slowly building for like a year, and the chickens have been fed, so I need more than that to make them worth it. I'll probably delete those at some point. The horrible yield. Yeah, they don't make very much at all. You want eggs, you need lots of chickens, and 30 just doesn't cut it. Holy shit. If you weren't awake yet, this song will do it. Holy shit. Hope Dan didn't fall asleep because he's awake now, right? Hey Dan, you awake over there? To be fair though, if Dan did go try to take a nap, he probably muted the stream. Good point. Oh god. Maybe I should speed up time. I didn't realize I had it on like half time. Is this grass for the cowsies? Yeah, so I'm going to turn it, I'm going to put it in the silage pit, cover it, and it'll go into making food for them. All right, all mowed on the ground. Now we just got to pick it up. I got, let me see, where is it? This here, this automatic feed mixer takes, what, 800 silage, 400 hay, and 200 straw to make the total mixed ration for the cows. You can see the levels over here. Silage is the one I'm definitely in need of right now. What does TMR take again? Silage, grass, and what? Straw? Yeah. Well, it's silage. No, it's silage, straw, and hay. You can't just put regular grass into it. You got to turn it into hay or turn it into silage. Actually, a lot of steps. And the automatic mixer is actually a mod. The only ones that we have in game, let me see, where are we at? Animals, forage mixers. Yeah, all they give you in game is these stupid trailers that you're supposed to feed bales into, and they give you just a little tiny bit. Like, it's just, it's such a pain in the ass to do. I've never used it. Like, one of the first mods that I always look for is a standalone TMR mixer when I get this game. I don't think I've ever made TMR in Farm Sim before. If you do it the base game way, it's a pain in the ass. Like, you got to make bales of everything and get one of those trailers and then get a forklift and feed the bales into it. And you have to have the right ratio or it doesn't work right. And it's just, I've done it once or twice and I hated it. It's just so time consuming. It's insane. I guess that's how it's done in real life. I don't know. I've never done that in real life, but one thing they added to this game that they never had before is the ability for them to graze. So, like, when you put down an animal thing, you plant a meadow, and they can kind of just eat the grass. But it helps to give them actual food, too. Majority of cattle ranchers that raise cows for meat just put their cattle in pasture and let them eat whatever's in the field. Yeah, that's normal. Like, you always hear the term grass-fed beef, but if you feed your cows grass in this game, it's not good for them at all. They'll eat it, but it's not good for them. Of course, the cows that I have are dairy cows, so maybe it's different for them. But beef cows, yeah. And they grain feed them to fatten them up towards the end of their life. Yeah, see, in this game, you can't even feed them grain. At all. I wonder if there's a mod out there somewhere to make that more realistic. It'd be different for dairy cows. They need certain nutrients to produce more milk, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, this game you have the ability, let me see, where's the cows at? You can feed them TMR, and like, I don't know if you can, how well you can see on the screen. Right here is all the different foods you can give them. So TMR will give them 100% health, make sure they produce at the highest rate possible. Or you can feed them hay or silage for 80%, or if you feed them grass, their productivity is only 40%. And if all they have is just the meadow to graze off of, that's also only 40%. No ability to feed them any kind of grain whatsoever. The dairy cows and the beef cows take the same exact food in this game. There's not a difference between the two of them. I think the beef cows will even produce milk in this game, just at a lower rate. I seem to remember that being a thing. Yay, Kroger's doing buy 3, get 3 again on soda. Oh, wait, my cabinet's still full. You better stock up. Just because the cabinet's full don't mean you can't, you know, find other places to store them. He's not using his office right now. Just pile them all up in there. It'll be fine. He won't mind. I haven't had soda in forever. I drink it very sparingly these days. Never say never, but usually the only time I drink it is like if I get fast food, you know, sometimes it's easier just to get the value meal. I'll get one with that, but that's rare, and that's the only time. I don't keep it in the house. My life basically consists of coffee and water. 2 things. I don't have room. I have over 20 12 packs still. Well, that'll last you at least 20 days. I mean, it's the same with alcohol. Like, I used to drink a lot, and I never really made a conscious effort to quote unquote quit drinking. That's not a thing that I did. I just kind of, like, I stopped going to the bar because I just flat out didn't want to be there anymore. Had nothing to do with wanting to quit drinking. I just didn't want to go there anymore. And I kind of just don't really like drinking at home, so I really don't. Now, if I go out to, we go out for wings or whatever, go to a bar, I'll get a beer or 2 with my meal. Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that. But other than that, I don't want to anymore. Yesterday being an odd non-example of that, but coffee, water, and some diet green tea. See, I can't stand tea. I've never been able to drink tea. It just, to me, and I know there's thousands of different kinds of tea, but all of it to me just tastes like putting a fucking tree in my mouth. It's disgusting. I can't stand it. Never liked it. Surprisingly lasting me a while. I've drank 1 can a day at work. How are you surviving? Alright, we'll go ahead. Dump this in here. I'm going to dump it in the middle this time. The last time I dump it at the end and half of it spilled out. This action cannot be performed here. Why? Because that little bit's still sitting there. Ah! That little bit like glitched out or something. I hope it doesn't kill the whole damn thing. Let's see if I can do it on this side. Drink a soda maybe once a month. I would say for me it's once every couple weeks probably. Alright, we can unload it on this side. We're good. And you gotta run over it and smush it. Probably actually rather do this without the trailer. Permanent state of exhaustion. That makes sense. Caffeine does help to combat that. I don't drink a lot of pop, but I sure do drink a lot of coffee, so I understand the caffeine addiction. We don't care. We don't care. I drink Pepsi in one day, others I can kill a case. See, I used to be like that. I was 100% addicted to wild cherry Pepsi. And at one point, in an effort to lose weight, somebody told me, well, if you cut out the pop, that's, you know, a lot of sugar in a day, whatnot. And honestly, I kind of went cold turkey with it and just stopped drinking it. And it worked. I lost like 40 pounds just by stop. I did nothing differently. I didn't change my diet, exercise, whatever. I just stopped drinking Pepsi and I lost 40 pounds. Now, time went on and it came back, but I've never really gone back to drinking it all the time like I used to. Like I'm fine just drinking water all day. I really am. The only time I ever really get one is if, like I said, if I go to like fast food or a restaurant or whatever and it's just easier. I don't like drinking water in restaurants. I don't know why. It always tastes bad to me. This is the most fun thing to do. Just driving back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Tastes funky in restaurants. Yeah, like always. Like especially fast food restaurants. Like water in a paper cup tastes gross. But I think more often than not, when you order water in a restaurant, they just give you unfiltered tap water. It just tastes weird. Guy's super picky about what brand of water he drinks. I'm not really picky about the brand. Like, honestly, most bottled waters are decent to me, except for Nestle. Nestle tastes disgusting to me for some reason, but honestly, the best bottled water to me is the cheap, great value shit that you can buy in a 40-pack at Walmart. I don't know why, but that stuff just hits. Better than all the name brand Aquafinas or Dasanis or whatever. Just get the cheap shit from Walmart. For some reason, that tastes better to me. More often than not now, I just buy the gallon jugs that they sell for like $1, $1.25 or something like that. Keep them in the fridge and fill this up all day long. We drink the Sam's Club one and think it's literally the exact same thing, but I think theirs is called Members Mark instead of Great Value. But yeah, same exact thing. That's all I drink in a blue package. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, like I said, that's literally the same exact water, comes from the same exact place. They just, because it's Sam's Club, they slap a Members Mark sticker on it instead of Great Value. All right, put the blanket on. 135,000 liters. That'll be ready to go in a month. So two things I want to piss around with here. Let's go reattach the trailer. I'm going to try and see. So I tried picking that up when it was snowing and it really just completely glitched out and didn't like it. Maybe now that the snow's gone, it'll let me pick up that last little bit there. We got this handy dandy little front sucker thingy. Unfold pipe first. Okay. All right. Now you gotta turn it on, lower it down. Please pick up. Please pick up. Yeah, there's something here glitched out and it's gonna piss me off. Probably need to buy a front loader to do this with. I really don't want to spend that money. Not to mention this tractor doesn't have a front loader attachment on it, so I guess that just kind of lives there. I'm not real sure how else to pick it up. It gave me most of it and for some reason glitched out there. I'll park this in here. Drop it right there so it's ready to go. Gotta pick up this wool again. Sheeps are doing what they're supposed to do. Oh, this is what I was gonna pick up. I forgot yeah, okay. I bought that straw blower and I accidentally blew it the wrong direction and now it's all over the ground. I didn't have this trailer down here at the time to pick it up, so I just left it there. Take this and try to dump it in here. Should go. Only 2,000 liters. It should go in there just fine, I think. Oh, only 700, really? Let's see. Can I stick the rest of it in the cow barn? Nope. Still got 477 left. Son of a bitch. Alright, well, nothing else to do with it but dump it on the ground again. I'm not going to leave it in this trailer. It'll be fine. Look at the sheepies. Doing sheepy things. There's even baby sheepies. Look at little baby sheepies. He's a tiny little sheepy. He's only 2 months old. I love the graphics of Farm Sim. Trailer goes right through that pipe. Okay, cows are fed as much as we can feed them at the moment. We'll let that thing work for a little bit and we'll be good. Honestly, I think I'm caught up with everything I wanted to accomplish for the month. Just take a nap here. Well, that'll take... What's that? This won't be ready for 24 hours at least. Just curious, while I'm here, let's look. Construction. We want animals. Cows, horses, pigs, sheep, chickens. So what does... So this one holds 360 chickens and it only costs $79,000. That's not nearly as much as I thought it would be. Kind of don't want to lose the chickens that I already have, though. Like, if I was to sell this, it's going to give me $2,000, which is not even worth it. What kind of space do we have here? Like, would this fit? Oh, God, yeah, that's small as hell. Let's see, the food goes in that side, the eggs come out that side. Kind of think I want to aim it like this. You want to customize the fence? No, there's no point. You want to plant the meadow? I mean, I guess. Might have to level that out a little bit, but it's not too... Oh, God, yeah. That's really bad. All right, let's go... This is the stuff that I'm not good at. I usually make Intense do this. You didn't send me any information, you fuck. We really haven't talked outside of streams this week. You said you would be at your mom's all day today, so I didn't really expect you to come in here, except for when we did. You're busy playing Satisfactory anyway. It's going to be at least 6 hours before you're done with that. That's not true at all. What's not true at all? That you're busy playing Satisfactory? I can see it right there on Discord. That's not too bad. I'd say good enough. Never said I would be at mom's all day. Maybe that was yesterday. You can understand I don't know what day it is, right? But I want something super sweet, trying to not walk by the cakes. I mean, go for it. All right, let's go. Oh God, that's not the right button. Animal dialogue. So this one will hold 360 chickens. So we need one rooster. I'm going to get, let's say, it'll hold 360. I'm going to get 100 for right now. Ooh, can I afford 100? Maybe I just stick with, yeah, I can afford 100. I got 9,000 bucks. Fuck it. We don't need money. We need chickens. So 100 chickens plus a rooster, they'll eventually breed up to 360. It's only 5,000 bucks. Yay, we've got chickens. Hi, chickens. Why does this show like 7 roosters in there when I only bought 1? Stupid game. All right, they need food. Let's go. Where'd I leave my tractor? Here, tractor. Here, tractor. There it is. I don't know whether this trailer will hold barley or if whether I gotta go get the other one. Hopefully it will. Nope, it won't. Gotta go get the other one. Son of a bitch. Another pointless trip all the way across the map. Walked right by it to the checkout. Go back and get me an apple pie. That's what I want right now. Did get a good deal on some gain on clearance because they swapped the design out. There you go. Pie. Sorry. Should I not have said the pie word? I haven't had a good pie in a long time. It sounds delicious right now. I may have to take a trip to the grocery store after I'm done here and go get some pie. Oh God. Okay, I'm back. I had a tinkle, almost peed my pants. Well, don't do that. I have to think that would be the worst part of being a truck driver is you literally, you can't just pee whenever you want to. You gotta plan it out, find a space to go, get out of the truck. Like, most of us in the world work in a facility that has a bathroom in it. You don't. Man, it's such a pain in the ass to drive back and forth across the map just to get a different damn trailer to feed the damn chickens. Stupid chickens. Treat. Spent $25 on about $45 worth of detergent. Nice. Been downing bottles of water all day because I'm sick and my throat hurts, so it helps. Yeah, that does help. Part fucking sucks. Yeah, I never really thought about it. Like, there's a lot of things about being a truck driver that would suck, but the fact that you work in one of the only workplaces in the world that doesn't have a fucking bathroom in it is kind of a big deal. Need a faster tractor. Actually, probably the next investment I need to make on this farm is to buy another, even a small tractor and trailer and stuff to leave over by the animal area so I don't have to constantly drive back and forth. Because it is really, really far away. It's a nice, pretty drive, but it gets old after a while. Even worse is there are shippers and receivers who won't provide a restroom too. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the LTL guys that come to my place use the bathroom every time they're there, and I've asked a couple of them about that, and they're saying, "Oh yeah, a lot of these places you go to will not let truck drivers come in and use the restroom." I'm like, it's just like a basic human need. Like, how can they deny them that? You know? Oh look, it's raining. Oh look. I don't think it ever literally, like, it's got a little windy here and then it just went away. Like, I don't think we got any of what we were expecting to get. People just fucking suck. Like, that's just amazing to me. Like, I mean, they'll come, they'll, you know, either pick up or unload whatever they've got. And then the next word out of their mouth, is it okay if I use your restroom? I'm like, yeah, you know where it is, go. Because it's like the same 5 truck drivers all the time, you know? Why is that a question? Yes, if you've got to go, go. That's a basic human need. Like... And they've told me that, like, there's a lot of places that will not let truck drivers use their restrooms. So it's just, that's amazing to me. They come sit on my dock for fucking hours at a time with no restroom access. Right, yeah. And then if you would go out and, like, piss on your tire or something, they would get pissed off about that. Like, okay. People do what people do, you know? It didn't honestly take a whole lot to feed them chickens, but they're fed. All right, so we got 100 brand new chickens. Fed, good to go. In a few months, when they reproduce, they'll give us another 100 chickens. So eventually, I will move these ones into that one and probably delete these and maybe put a couple bigger ones over here, but I don't feel like doing that right now. I need to buy an animal hauling trailer, and that's just not high on the priority list of things we can afford. The Gets facility in PA is exactly like that. I told them they either allow me to use the restroom or I'm crawling in one of the empty trailers. And yeah, I mean, you gotta go, especially if you're stuck there. People are fucking weird. No idea what's going on next door, but I hear a whole lot of banging. I hope they don't come through the actual wall. That would be bad. That's pretty much what I wanted to accomplish for this game day. I could either skip ahead a day, or I could do a couple contracts to pass the time and maybe stock a little bit of money up. Forgot I'm going to need to buy a weeder for that field. It's growing weeds. Should probably do a contract just to get enough money to buy that at least. No more stray lost funeral people. Not recently. That place tends to go in spurts. Like, there'll be 3 funerals in a week, and then it'll sit over there empty for like 2 months and nothing will happen. It's so weird. Let's do contracts. All right, let's see what we got. We got, ooh. Well, I just bought that brand new cultivator. We can do that one for $42,000. What's this harvest for 32,000? Fuck parsnips. Nope, we're not doing that. Can't do hoeing because I ain't got a hoe. We could plow that big ass field. $86,000. Jesus. That's a big field though. That's a gigantic field. That would take me forever. I'm not doing that one. I can maybe do this one. 25 grand. Let's do this one. I do have a plow. What's that? Farmland 8 up by the gas station there. Okay, so. Any random gun salutes lately? No. There hasn't been a funeral over there in at least a month, at least not that I've seen, unless they had one when I was at work, but I said it goes in spurts. That place will sit empty for months at a time, and then all of a sudden there's like 2 or 3 of them in one weekend. Like, there's 3 in one day one time. The place does seem to attract a lot of stray cats, which is kind of cool. I've always got kitties walking around the parking lot. None of them are friendly, though. Sometimes they end up on my front porch, but as soon as I walk out the door, they bolt. Forgot to turn the traffic off too. The traffic on this map was so bad. Like there were just like traffic jams everywhere all the time. I'm like, okay, I can't. I like the realism of having traffic, but I can't leave this on. It's terrible. Forgot you could turn traffic off. You kind of have to. Like it would just, there'd be like 30 cars piled up, blocking the entire road. Like, okay, that's. They would all try to pass the school buses and get stuck. All right, so we got to plow. This shouldn't take too awful long to plow this, right? Extremely unrealistic, yeah. For some reason, it seems to be like I'm thinking, you know, this game's one. ATS, ETS, the truck simulators, definitely. Ranch Sim was another horrible one. Like, why is it so hard for video game programmers to program AI traffic that functions normally? That seems to be a problem in any kind of game that has any kind of vehicle driving in it that you've ever played. Like all the indie games too, like the car dealer sim and that. The AI traffic is always terrible. Why is that such a hard thing to program? I'm not a video game programmer, but that seems to be like something that all games struggle with. I've never played a driving game where the AI traffic acted perfectly. Honestly, probably ATS and ETS are the closest to normal, and even that's horrendous at times. I don't know what traffic is like in their area, but traffic isn't that ridiculous in our areas. No, it just seems like they can't program it in a way that acts normal. They're always like going the wrong direction or dodging in front of you, or I don't know. It's weird. Michael, hi, Bugger. Oh, hold on. Where's Spud? Hi, Michael. Hey, buddy. We still got the stickers too. Where is it? Yeah. Guys, get the Hi Michael stickers in chat. It excites him to no end to see those. He typed all that himself. Wow. I should have known when it was all spelled properly that you didn't type it. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. That was mean. Also true. Love that my #1 fan on this stream is 5 years old. Like, what kind of games does he like? Maybe I should start streaming games that he's interested in. I'm sure he doesn't like coming in here and watching Farm Sim. I don't know that I could bring myself to play Roblox. He just got really confused that he couldn't see your name in chat. Oh, because it's black, yeah. I've had so many streamers complain about that, and I just find it hilarious as hell. Mav had Mexicans, so yep, I'm doing ribs. There you go. Dude, Roblox has a map called Shawarma Anomalies, and it's freaking amazing. I've literally never played Roblox. I don't even know what that game is. Don't know what the point of it is. Never really watched it. I've only just heard the name, and I know kids like to play it. God, why? Why are we trying to plow near a fence here? What the hell? This is annoying. Line up. Guys, I'm a professional tractor driver. Except when I'm not. Just mouse over and it showed up. Yeah. Yeah. It all depends on how you have your dashboard set up with backgrounds and whatnot. Like, I can see it just fine. It's completely a different shade of gray than the black background. It's even brighter on OBS, so it's not a big deal, but some people have their settings a little bit different and it completely blends in. Patel, very professional. Thank you. Yes, I'm a professional, guys. Honestly, if I had a spare tractor, it would be 100% worth it to take this contract for this big ass field and just throw an AI driver in there and forget about him. That field is so gigantic, especially doing it with this plow. It would take me probably 3 to 4 hours to do it. Used to do that too, just use the AI workers. Yeah, I mean, they cost a little bit of money, but if you're going to make $86,000 in the process, might as well, right? When I was playing, well, not I, we, because Mav was there, Jenny was there. I think Tom came in a few times when we were playing on the Montana map. we bought so much of that map. We had so many fields and we had tons of extra equipment. We were rolling in money by the time we got towards the end of that it basically became like farm manager simulator more than farming simulator. Like I would drive tractors around, put them on the field, hit the AI, go get another machine, drive to the field. But like we always had like 4 to 6 AI workers doing something at any given time, and we were just running around, starting and stopping them and moving them around. It was crazy. Remember that farm? It got big. Like me and Mav especially put a lot of time on there and just kept build. You know, every time we got enough money, we would buy another field and just kept building it up and up and up. About what it was, I would get lost constantly. Yeah, Jenny wasn't on there nearly as much as me and Mav were, so she would come in and get completely lost. And by the time she figured out where she was, the job would be done. It was hilarious. Where am I going? We had fun though. Definitely starting off a little slower with this map. Like I'd like to get to that point. Of course, that was a 4x map too. This is just a 1x map, so it's not nearly as big, but and honestly, I get distracted way too easily. Like I've been seeing through, you know, community channels, there's another map. I forget what the name of it was. I'd have to look it up, and I'm not going to do that right now. But there's another map that came out either yesterday, 2 days ago. One of the modders has been working on for a long time. I watched a YouTube video of it. Looks really nice. I kind of really want to download it and check it out. But also, I just started this map. I don't want to get distracted and start another map, so I'm kind of like forcing myself to not do that. Like I'd like to be able to get at least like 100 hours into this map before I start a new one. There's a lot of guys out there in the farm sim world that will run 2, 3, 4 maps at the same time, but I just simply don't play this game enough to be able to do that. A weird shaped field. It's honestly, it's not that it's that odd. It's just that they stuck the gas station in the corner of it, and it's pretty square other than that. Every field on this map is weird shaped in some way or another. There's none of them that are perfectly square. They're all curvature of the roads or whatever. Actually, well, this one's pretty well perfectly square. But the rest of them are all goofy. This one's not too bad. Big field. There's some big, for this being just a 1x map, there are some gigantic fields on here. All right, which way does the GPS take us? We're going, turn the plow off. Looks like it's not going to curve to get that little spot there, so I'm going to have to go back and hit those. Actually, I might just skip this part because to do contracts, you only have to get like 90% of the field done, and it usually calls it done. But then again, the OCD and me will know that I didn't do that part and drive me insane. right in the middle of the map and you can see every direction. It's just big and flat and open. There's trees on the outside of it, but a lot of empty space. Booger, what's up, Mason? How's your day? How you doing? I didn't say booger. Yeah, I chose to read it that way because, well, what you did say is annoying. Your lines are crooked. Well, they start off crooked because the field's crooked, but then you see you go back and forth and eventually you make them straight. Like, see how straight this line is? Look, see how perfect that is? Now the rest of it will be straight too. You gotta break some eggs to make an omelet, man. Also, this isn't my field, so I really don't care. It's fine? Yeah, it's fine. Don't matter how you get there, you eventually get to the same place, you know? Look at this, look. It's gonna miss this tiny little spot right here. And honestly, it would give me the completion of this field without me getting that spot. I guarantee it will, but you guys don't understand my OCD. I can't leave that like that. There's no way I could possibly leave that little tiny spot like that. Okay, got it. Super crooked. Shut up, Intense. Did you say you need some eggs? We have almost 1,200 in the fridge. Why would you have that many eggs in your fridge? I swear to God, this song is like a glitch in Spotify. When I put it on shuffle, it plays, like, don't get me wrong, I like this song, but it plays it like 3 times an hour for some reason, and I don't know why. I love Spotify, but they need to really, really, really improve their shuffle function. It plays the same songs over and over again. In case they want an omelet. You know how many omelets you can make with 1,200 eggs? Due to unfortunate circumstances, we ended up with way too many chickens, and Mom's really bad about getting rid of the eggs. I would say you should probably try to sell them or something. Either that or make a whole lot of omelets. I mean, I love eggs, but I think even I'd get tired of eating them after that long. That's a lot. Make a potato can and have some fun. Also a great suggestion, yes. One reason I'm doing this, let's move in there. I need, what do I need? A weeder. I need a weeder. How much is a weeder? That one's not very big. This is really all. There's only 5 of them in game. Hold on. He's probably, yep. He's off track. Turn the tractor around. We'll go look again. All right. Where was I? So this one says it can go. Oh, I see. You can get a bigger one. It goes 21 meters. Actually, I like that one better anyway. I may go with this one. Ooh, it's even bigger. It's $86,000. I like it. How much is that one? $61,000. We may go with the $61,000 variant. I think that'd be okay. The question is, that does pulls out small grown weeds, improving the field state can only be used in the first growing stage. Yeah, so you have to do that like in the first month. Like this one's kind of cool, but I don't know. I like this one because it's more basic. There's like not a whole lot going on there. It's just all right. So I need 46 grand to buy that. It's a big plow. It's a weeder. Gets rid of weeds in the fields. I don't like using the sprayers. I don't know why I don't like it, but I just don't like it. It's actually 40% done already. Not taking as long as I thought it would. Oh God. This is the point with this game. Sometimes you just like get going back and forth on a perfectly straight field. It's very easy to like zone out and be like, what was I doing again? The mind starts wandering. The eyes get heavy. I think the plan is probably going to finish this field and probably call it a day. I think what I'll do is off stream, I will get that big ass contract, this $86,000 one set up and throw AI on it and go get dinner, maybe take a nap or whatever. Let that run, and then that'll get me to buying the stuff that I need to advance to the next day. Not sure if I'll want to stream this tomorrow or not. We'll see how the day goes. Definitely want to get back into some trucking tomorrow. I'm thinking probably the Euro variety because I haven't played that game in a few weeks. And maybe this later on, maybe something else later on. We'll see how the day goes. I'm getting to the point where I'm far enough into this map now that it's kind of got me coming back. Like, oh, I gotta go do this, I gotta go do that. Definitely playing the game a lot more than I was before. If that impresses you, Sky's a lucky man. Exactly. I was always relaxed when I played. Yeah, I mean, this is by far not an exciting game to play or an exciting game to watch, but god damn if it ain't relaxing. Just kind of, like I said, put some tunes on, let the plow go, and let your mind wander. And it's pretty. Something a little bit boring, but also satisfying about just doing it row by row by row and watching it change. I don't know. On the surface, it seems like the most boring thing in the world, but there's literally millions of people that play this game, so there's got to be something to it. The straight lines are kind of soothing. We could always run inside the tractor. Oh my god, is this tractor dirty? Oh god, I'm gonna have to buy a power washer. This looks horrible. Can't even see out the damn window. We got a radio. He's got the air conditioning on. I don't know what any of these numbers mean. Probably nothing. Lots of buttons. Oh god. What have I missed? I don't know. When did you leave? Like an hour ago? So did you just leave work? Because I can't honestly believe that if you took a nap, it was only for an hour. I know you said you needed a nap after work. Welcome back, Dan. He went back and forth. Yeah, I mean, it's been a lot of this for... I bought a new chicken coop. Filled it up with chickens. Fed them. Drove across the map a couple times because I had the wrong trailer. You know. I might have fallen asleep. If you only slept for an hour, you need to go lay back down because you got to play Fortnite till 4 in the morning again tonight. You need your beauty rest, sir. I'm going to. Someone had the nerve to call me. Oh, turn your damn phone off. Nobody should ever call you, especially while you're sleeping. I mean, nobody should ever call you, period. I hate talking on the phone, but especially while you're sleeping. Not me. I hope it wasn't you. No 4 a.m. for me. I'm going 24 hours. It'll be fine. I didn't even ask, how is the new season? Is it good at all? Is there anything interesting about it? Is it a good map? Like, I literally have not seen anything about it anywhere. I think I stopped playing Fortnite long enough for the algorithm to give up on me and stop showing me shit, so that's a good thing. Oh, sorry, I just had a question. Yeah. You would be the kind of annoying asshole that would call somebody while they're napping. New Zero build looks good. Same Blitz map. Not anymore. Son of a bitch. Alright, when do you want it, Jenny? Son of a bitch. I mean, we could probably do tomorrow night if you guys want. I don't care, whenever you want to shoot for it. Because I was kind of looking forward to... No, I don't want to say looking forward to, but I was thinking about booting it up to check out the new map and whatnot. So we could probably go tomorrow night. I didn't really have any other plans other than maybe playing this again. Let's go ahead and redeem that. Thank you for the 20,000 channel points. Hoping for a Blitz map change soon. Zero build was fun though. Yeah, that Blitz map feels like it's been the same for a while. Oh shit. I think my ads are back on their normal schedule. They got all fucked up at the beginning of the stream. Because apparently I was messing with settings and didn't realize that I left them that way. Also multitasking again as usual, cooking, dishes, cleaning. You're very good at doing all of the things all at once. But yeah, if that works for you, Jenny, we'll shoot for tomorrow evening, probably around 6 or so. We'll get a little bit of Fortnite in. My once a month commitment to the game, you know. Probably do some Euro trucking in the morning tomorrow. Time TBA. Depends on what time I wake up and how late I stay up tonight, but I'm out of war with Intense later tonight. Probably won't stream that, but we'll go dig some holes for a while. With all that being said, maybe I'll come back to this on Monday. We'll say my Monday this week is so far not looking nearly as hellacious as last Monday looked, so should be able to do a Monday night stream. Haven't done one of those for a while. Thing says we're 3/4 of the way done, but it sure doesn't look like it. It looks like we're about halfway when you really like kind of zoom out and look. Maybe a little more than halfway, but definitely not 75%. What's that? Oh, that's the BGA plant up the hill there. Booger Wacky, what's up, buddy? How's your day? How you doing? I don't know why I keep doing that. I gotta stop doing that. Got home after 3 hours of driving. That sounds fun. By fun, I mean not fun at all, but good to be home. I guess whether it was fun or not depends on where you went. Was it somewhere you actually wanted to drive, or was it somewhere you had to drive? Boston traffic's never fun. Oh, I can imagine. Never been there. Never even been anywhere near there, but I can imagine. Like, I've always heard that because it's such an old city that everything in Boston is like small and crammed together. Like the city's not nearly big enough for what it wants to be. To drop an antique off at the airport. I was gonna make a comment to that, and I should probably just nope. There's wow. I should not say offensive things. It's horrific. It's horrible. I'm just gonna count myself glad I've never been there. Then I'm gonna take the advice of the truck driver and the guy that goes there all the time. I'm not a fan of big cities in general, but I know some are way worse than others. Like, the worst city I've ever driven in is Atlanta. I've never been to New York City. Never been to Boston. I've never been to Chicago. LA was interesting. Different kind of traffic issues out there than what you normally think of from the big cities. LA is just huge and sprawling everywhere with 7-8 lane highways going every which direction. Great walkable city, shit to drive into or through. That makes sense, yep. Because that city was built when people did walk everywhere or rode their fucking horses. Like, they didn't have to think about room for cars, let alone semi-trucks. Chicago sucked as a truck driver. I bet any city would suck as a truck driver. I have a tiny little Mitsubishi and I get anxiety driving through some of them streets. I can't imagine what a truck driver goes through. They spent billions of dollars to try and make things better to absolutely zero effect. No, it just is what it is. I mean, the problem with a city that old is to make it better, you would have to destroy like old buildings and such. But then they come in and they label them as historical landmarks that can't be touched. Well, then you're fucked. There's nothing you can do. You know what I mean? Gary, what's going on, brother? Welcome in. Saw the dog. Extremely late. Yeah, you are. I'm docking your pay, sir. To be fair, I can't really get on people for being late or not coming to a stream because I do not follow a schedule anymore. Nobody, like, did anybody know I was going to go live today when I went live? I didn't really I gotta get better at least announcing when I plan to stream. Like, I'm not going to follow a schedule because things change, things happen, different days, etc., etc., etc. But I woke up this morning with the intention to stream, and I probably should have posted that at least in Discord instead of just randomly going live. It is what it is. Didn't mind Atlanta because most places I delivered to and picked up at were on the outside of the loop. Yeah, the outside of the loop is where you want to be. In the loop or in the middle of the loop? Fuck that. What pay you don't pay me? Exactly. You're not getting paid. Alright, this is getting very, very close to done. I'm getting very, very hungry. I definitely should have eaten lunch before I started this. And Jenny come in here talking about ribs and Mexican food and ugh. Detroit was fun. I kept my tire thumper close to me when I went there. Makes sense. Another city I've never been to, and it's actually not that far from me. I've just never driven up that way. I've talked about it a few times because a lot of times when the heavy metal concerts come around, they don't hit Cleveland or Pittsburgh, and Detroit's usually the closest one, but I've never actually gone. Dude, not my fault. I'm blaming you anyway. You're right, it's not your fault, but I'm going to blame you anyway. Just because that seems like the easiest thing to do. Can't blame Gary, he wasn't here. He's late. Can't blame Dan, he's sleeping. Can always blame Intense, but he's busy. Pedro! Pedro. Fuck you. This is why nobody likes you. Always the Californian idiot's fault. I mean, we can blame him, I guess. At this point, I don't remember what we're blaming him for, but 24-ounce straight claw hammer won't do shit in a gunfight, but at least I can say I tried. Yeah, I mean, you can get close enough. You can wreck some shit with one of those. I prefer it that way? Oh, okay. Remember there was one goof where one of our new trailers accidentally went to Detroit with Chicago Bulls spray graphics. Nice. Bet you that went over well. Alright, I've had about enough of this song. Let's skip it. What do we got next? A little more Pantera. It's a good song, but I like the next song better. This is a great song. Five Finger. Shop manager was terrified. They tarped it until a pickup could be scheduled. That's hilarious. $99%. Contract finished. Yeah. Somehow with that entire strip left, it says we're finished. Fuck it. We'll take it. Okay. Pulled a Chiefs trailer to Minneapolis once. $25,000. Give me my money. All right. So here's the plan. I'm going to go ahead and accept this contract. Field 26. It's $86,000. It's, oh my God, it's all the way in the opposite direction. All right, let's go. Let's drive. I just kind of want to see how big this fucking field is. It looks gigantic on the map. I'll burn that shit down out there. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of really much sports at all these days, least of all being the NBA, but I'm aware there's a bit of tribalism there. Honestly, the funniest sports town to me in the world is Philadelphia. Like, anytime something big happens to a Philadelphia sports team, they get into the playoffs or what have you. If they win, they riot and loot the city. If they lose, they riot and loot the city. I'd like to know what sequence of events would need to happen for them to not riot and loot the city. Just saying. Like, why is that a thing that we do for our sports team? It's always been baffling to me. They have to grease the poles before every game. Like, just hilarious. Good Lord. Yep, I'm setting up an AI driver for this one. Here we go. You're gonna do 2 headlands. You're gonna start with, yeah, you're gonna start with the up and down because that's how you do plowing. Actually, I'm not even in the right spot. So there's that. He's gonna start. Nope, you're not blocked by an object. Jesus gracious, golly me, look at the size of this fucking field compared to that tractor. This is going to take at least 4 hours. So I'm just going to leave it there, and I'm going to let that AI driver go, for as long as he wants to go, at least as long as I don't need to use my computer to do something else. Let's go over to here. That's where I'm going to call it for the day. We're just going to let that run. Volcanic explosion comes to mind. Yeah, that would help. Makes perfect sense. It's never made sense to me at all. We won, let's fuck this town up. But alcohol is a contributing factor in both outcomes. Yeah, but like, alcohol is pretty big with sports in general. Why is it just that one city that they go completely apeshit over? It's never made sense to me. I don't know. Maybe somebody that lives there can explain it, but Chris ain't here, so. Fuck, we lost, tear shit up. Exactly. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Like I said, I will be tonight probably out of War with Intense. Very, very low chance that I actually streamed that, but go check out Intense. I'll be there with him. Tomorrow morning, afternoon-ish, we'll do some ETS, probably. Trucking of some sort, most likely Euro, maybe ATS. We'll see how it goes. And then tomorrow evening, thanks to Jenny's Redeem, we'll do some Fortnite tomorrow night. So that's the plan going forward. Are you streaming? I'm streaming right now. Can you see me? I'm right here. Tonight, probably not. Have a good one, man. We'll see you, Dark Wolf. We'll see you, Eric. We'll see you, Sky. We'll see you, Jenny. Thank you all for coming, hanging out. I'm sure I'll see you guys later on somewhere. In the meantime, who's on Weekend Raid? Ciao, Booger. We'll see you, Wacky. Following. Who are we following? Who's on? We've been there before. We have rated all of these people. We have rated all of these people. Tell you what, I'm going to send you to some more Farm Sim. Streamer a little bit on the bigger side. Always kind of makes me feel a little bit weird doing this, but I do watch him quite a bit, guys. Sparks TV, pretty big in the simulation world, plays a lot of Farm Sim, a lot of trucking, stuff like that. Really good streamers, Canadian. If you've never heard of him, make sure you give him a follow. Go check him out. Really cool dude. I will see you guys later on. Peace out.